I'm eating
Day,
grapes.
day 1000.
And I'm eating grapes.
Eating
Like New
grapes.
Year's.
There's beautiful Minecraft music in the background. Maybe.
I'm eating grapes and they're so good.
Will it be day 1000 or does that happen at noon?
I don't know, we're just gonna stay here and wait.
Okay, until it
This
hits.
one has a butt! This grape has a butt! Like, it literally is a butt cheek.
Day 1000! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 1000 day progress of our world. I am here at the front of our house, and we will be touring the world of what we have from the first 1000 days. Now, if this may not seem much for 1000 days in Minecraft, it's because a lot of these builds were replaced and stuff. So let us begin with the house. Now, this house was found on the internet. I will say that for builds if I remember they are. And most of these were built by my girlfriend. So in here we have a jukebox, all this stuff, crafting table on the floor. That's a real big theme in this world. We have crafting tables. Our valuables are in here with our gold, iron, emeralds, diamonds, netherite, and extra stuff that is, like that. We have our first ever dog, Pork Chop, a little couch here. We'll go to the basement in a second. And here we have like a kitchen. Up there leads to like a little roof. And all of our food and stuff are in these barrels. Very cool, a lot of carrots, because golden carrots are great. And here's the room that we always sleep in. With our bed, a cool banner that looks like two birds, my ender chest, with a bunch of other stuff, and I think this is the weirdest thing I have in this world, with the leather tunic with efficiency 1. Never seen it before, so I kept it. Now going on, we have a basement over here. Basement's where most of the things reside. Like here we have this is a book with a bunch of coordinates for different things, like a mushroom island, a woodland mansion, a cherry forest, mangrove. And we have our dragon egg in this little enclosure. Very cool. Dragon head, nether star, dragon breath. Here are all of Jocelyn's cats. With breadstick, burnt toast, baguette, banana bread, sourdough bread, bagel. Banana bread's my cat, actually. Our enchantment room. I feel like we should update this. This is the one thing that we should update that we haven't updated yet. But very cool. Here's the map of our world. There's this whole area that we're exploring. We're down here, so we have this whole place to go. And that's what we're working on right now. Tree, a little lookout area. Very cool. Down there just leads to the outside. Like, leads to out there. Bookshelves, we have the classic bookshelves here, and here is Dr. Pepper. Now, a theme with this world is that every mob is named after a food or beverage, except our villagers. We'll get to that in a second, but Dr. Pepper is the last surviving villager of the village out there. That one. This village over here. Last surviving villager. So we kept them in a special spot down in our basement here. Now, moving on from the house, we will start off like on this side. Let's start off on this side here. So following down the path, we have a little heart thing. Now, these used to have beacons in them that came out from the hearts, but we realized we didn't really need them, and it kind of lagged the game out a bit. Well, right here we have our silly campfire with one of my dogs Dore, named after different types of potatoes. And we also have these little things. With storage of mines and villain sanctuary are down there, and then a silly campfire is right here. Now going this way, we have an animal farm and furnaces and anvil, which I need to change this one to smelting house, because I believe that's what I changed it to on this one. Yes, the smelting house. Now over here we have a little pond next to our house because we need to fill the space. A little fountain. There's nothing back here yet. We're planning on putting a museum here, maybe a little animal house. Yeah, but right here is the smelting house. This was originally something different, but it got remade. Looks like this, with a smithing table, anvil, grindstone, stone cutter, fletching table. That doesn't really do anything, but it's there for whatever. Cartography and all of these things. So cool. Now coming out here, there's another heart pond over there. And we have our animal farm. Our animal farm here. This is probably the one build that has stuck, and this was made by... We found this on the internet. I don't remember we found anything on the internet for that. I don't know if that was just made. But here we have our sheep. We have rabbits for some reason. Chickens. I think we're going to put cows here, but horses were originally here. We'll get to the horses in a bit. There's a chicken in here for some reason. And there's the pigs. Very cool, very cool. Now over here we have smelting house and the lighthouse. So here we have a whole bunch of like rivers that flow down into each other. Like this. And here we put a little lighthouse here. Nothing, not really a useful build at all, but it looks very cute and cool and looks nice with this whole pond area down here. And there should be fishies in there. Don't see any. But continuing on down the path here, this path just kind of goes along the wall. We have these cherry trees because they look really nice. And along with that, we have bees everywhere. We originally had a bee dome. I'll get to that in a second. But here's where our little farming area is. We didn't really want to make it huge or large. There's some sugarcane over there too, because we don't really need it anymore. We don't really need a huge farming thing, because right next to our house, I'll go back to that when we get to the area, there's this huge farming area. Oh, there's my next one. Gunda, one of my favorites, next to the potato farm, because, you know, he's named after a type of potato. And right here we have our fishing dock. Very cute. We tried to make this world look as nice and cool as possible. So continuing on this way, this sign says farm, fishing pond, and then animal farms up there. We'll get to that, the villager sanctuary, in a second. But here we have Duke of York with our marshmallow cave, because here we have marshmallow, burnt marshmallow, toasty marshmallow. You can see when my girlfriend named these things because she doesn't capitalize the names, but I do. So you can tell which ones I named and which ones she named. Right here we have our big pond filled with a conduit, and one of these turtles has a name. Peas. Peas is right here, flying around, and my fish, Gino. Gino's been a revolutionary fish. It's not named after anyone or any kind of food or drink. It's just been a black fish that I've had for ages in every single one of my worlds, so I had to have him on this one. Right here is our little hobbit hole storage house with Peanut inside. We have shulker boxes. All these things are labeled with like stone blocks, our wood, dirt, which broke. We broke the sign on accident. We'd never put it back. A lot of these have been moved around. Like clay and bricks were never here because we never had a clay and bricks chest. This used to be the mob drops. But we have all this stuff here, like concrete, more dirt, a lot of cobblestone. Again. If we have double the chest, we always name it insert item here again. We have ores, potatoes, nether items, and stuff. But then we also made a downstairs. That's not fully completed yet. With our mob drops mostly on this on this side of the chest. Random other items here, more items here, and stuff. And junk chromacopia, because she likes to throw her junk in here sometimes when she doesn't feel like organizing. And then these are mostly used for like builds, if we need a bunch of blocks for builds and stuff. Right here, if we go, yeah, Marshmallow Cave storage, mines and pandas. This was recently remade. The mines. It used to just kind of look like ugly deep slate arch, but then we changed it to this. I found this, although I did have to change it a bit because the one I found on the internet was too tall. I don't remember if she found that or not. But yeah, continuing on this way, here's our little axolotl hole with strawberry and starfruit. Don't know why we made it into this hole. Well, probably because there's a huge cave right here, and then we blocked it off. Right here, waffle. We have the villager sanctuary this way. Horse stables and pandas are that way. This used to be where the bee dome is. This building here, but now it just has Alicio, one of the villagers in there. Kind of got shunned out of the villager sanctuary. Don't really know the story behind that, but we just put his house there. We should go this way first. Kind of go our way down. This way, there's stuff down there. But here's our little graveyard with all the animals and mobs that have died, like Bread, killed by a bow, Jocelyn's first cat, Vegas, who was a pufferfish, Kiwi, who was one of the turtles down there, just vanished, Pan, who was our first panda, died from a creeper explosion, Chip, who was a zombie, a baby zombie with a gold helmet, Bone Marrow, who was a pig, a pigman, zombie pigman. Cheesecake was a snowman. And then we have Pancake, who was a pink sheep, like Waffle was over there. And then we got Monarchia d'Italia Umberto II, who was an iron golem. And he vanished. So continuing on this way, graveyards that way. XP farm and brewing house is this way. We'll get to the XP farm last, because, yeah. Right here's a little picnic area that I made once. Right here's the brewing house. I made this from scratch. This was probably one of the most recently replaced buildings, because the old one was kind of like this flat, small one that we made from scratch, and then I'm like, I want to remake it from scratch, so it has a similar structure, but yeah, this time it's different. And here we have the little brewing house, very cute, and up here we have Jack Daniels with some warts. He guards the warts. Cool. Right here we have a frog named Bathwater. Here's our cute nether portal. Very cutesy. It used to be a darker looking thing where it had like blackstone, deep slate, and basalt and stuff, and it kind of looked like a sword. But we found this one, and she liked it, so she replaced it. And over here we have the swings, like a little swing thing with a heart, with Buttermilk the camel. Excuse me. And we have another heart pond right here. So now we will go down here with like this flower bed area here. And here we have our pandas with Pan Pan. Let me get in here. With Pan Pan, who is a sad panda. We have Pan Pan Pan. And then we have their son, if they could get away from each other. Pampon. I saw him for a second. But yeah, there's two silly pandas in there. Don't know why they're not moving away from each other. And over here, we have our horse stable with Pepper. The other ones aren't named, but Pepper was our first horse. We found this one. somewhere on the internet. So if you like these builds, you can find them, you know. Here's another heart pond with a little gnome fella. A little gnome fella statue. And I think that is everything. So now we're going to get into the villager sanctuary. I would go down this way, this bridge, with another beehive right there. But I would rather start from back here. Oh, we also have our birds right there. I think salad and blueberry, with a little duck. And we have our lays. They aren't named, so. And here we have. Where'd my one dog go? I had a dog that was over there. I forget where he is. I don't know where he went. But here is the villager sanctuary, where we have all of our villagers in these different houses. We found this one on the internet. I think all of these we did. I'm pretty sure all of these we did. But here we have the house. By the way, the villagers, here's a little bit of history for you. The villagers used to stay in this one, but I'm just going to move you for a second. Ah, here we are. The villagers used to stay underground in these spots where their like things would go here and they would work around. But we didn't really like the underground idea. We didn't like how it kind of felt more, don't mind this, didn't really feel like, uh, we didn't really like torture aspects. It kind of felt like we just kept them in there because, yeah, it felt like we kept them in there against their will. So instead, we gave them houses that they stay in 24/7. They can never leave. So it's a little bit nicer. But here's their little workstations. There's 6 of them who reside in here. And each of them are all named Italian names. Like we have Giuseppina, Francesca, who likes to get around, Tommaso, Dante, Elena, and then Tony, who was our very first villager, and then Francesca. And we do not like Francesca. Except we gotta keep her because she has good enchantments. Right here we have a little beach. There's one of Jocelyn's dogs, Rigatoni, named after her pasta. With like little relaxing chairs, an umbrella, some cool looking palm trees, little towels or blankets or whatever. And now we continue. And here's one of our sniffers, chicken pot pie. And we have 2 chickens in there for some reason. And here's another one, Meatloaf. Meatloaf was a pain in the ass to find. So was chicken pot pie, but then we learned that they can only be found in warm, so it was pretty easy after that. But Meatloaf, we didn't know that you can only find sniffer eggs in warm oceans. So it took us a bit. Don't know why these guys don't sleep. But we have Serafina and Valentino. If you could get in here. We have these guys who's all these jobs. Go up here. We have Valentino, Serafina, Giuseppe, who was our 3rd villager, I remember, and Zita. Now, Zita used to have her own house down by the pandas and other place, but then we changed it so that they all live together. Because we wanted to build more things, and the villager sanctuary was getting too large because it expanded all the way down past the bridge that we were just at down there. And right here is a giant church. Oh, there's what that full build looks like. Right here is a giant church in front of a huge flower bed. And here lives Avina, Pipa, and Viola. And they're cartographers, and then one of them's this person, a cleric. They will all be waking up soon. That'll be fun. This house, I don't remember if this house we found or we just made it, but this is a house with 2 Fletchers, a loom, and a leather worker. Oh, here they all come. Hello, Terza, Borta. Oh, right. Aborto. So, a story about Aborto. Francesca and Tony got a little frisky and made a baby. We did not want to keep the baby, so we named it Aborto. Because that's what it is in Italian. Yeah. And then Aborta, we just wanted 2 Fletchers, and Aborta was a Fletcher, so we found Aborta. We just found Aborta, but got unfortunately named Aborta. Then we have Pomponio and Terza. Terza used to have her own house somewhere else down there again. Oh, here we also have a little Meatloaf. Get out of the way. With Angel Hair, another Jocelyn's dogs. Here we have a little mushy guy statue. And here we have the fishing house. We found this one. Looks really cool. We have Mario and Luigi in here. Because why the hell not? And here's what their little place looks like. Cute, cool, cute, cool, cool. And right here is the farmer's house. Cute, cool, cute, cool, cool. With Mia, who's roaring to go to work, and Luca, who is my golden carrot dealer. Yes. Very cute, very cool. Now, we have finished the villager sanctuary, and we go across here to this bridge. Very cool. Now, going back up here, I forgot that we actually built something in the nether, a little nether hub. And before I do that, remember the farm that I mentioned before down there? Used to be this huge thing right here. But we decided to keep this empty because who needs a bunch of clutter around? So we just made that a little empty space and moved a smaller farm down there. Trust me, it looked a little bit ugly. It was a bunch of spruce pillars and stuff. Right here we have another hub where a bunch of bees unfortunately get trapped inside, but luckily they can't really escape anywhere. We didn't really do anything on the outside yet, so it's kind of just outside to the death. And then up here is this railway system to another portal where we're going to build another village, but we could build something else there, but we decided to change that to something else. Little nether hub. Coming back out here, where was I? We should do the XP farm next. That area. Now here's another beehive. This is the only surviving acacia tree that we didn't chop down inside the walls. And here we have a cool little minecart system. Don't really need it anymore due to having elytras and fireworks and tridents and stuff. But yeah, down here, there's that village that we were talking about, with where Dr. Pepper resided. We didn't name Dr. Pepper because an Italian name, because he wasn't part of the actual villager sanctuary. But here we have our Mob XP farm, where we go up, where we go down. Going down, I feel like magma blocks should be as fast as soul sand blocks. And I guess that wouldn't be a good thing because you know, magma blocks naturally spawn, so if you get caught in one of those, you get zoop. Here we have a bed, just in case if one of us is sitting down here. Here we have an Enderman named Stringbean. Where usually we just stand here, you know, when the mobs spawn. And the thing about this one is that it was a zombie spawner, and right above it is a skeleton spawner. So the skeletons flow down into the zombie section, and then they conform into one. So it's kind of like a double XP farm. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it so that uh, they fall like to a perfect height. So you just have to hit them once because bedrock is down here. So unfortunately, you have to hit them a couple times, you know, to kill them, and then you get the XP and stuff. But it still works. Still not bad. We have a little lava pit if you want to clear things out from the chests that we don't really need, like bows. But yeah, continuing in here, this is where the entrance is from the mine. And if we go back this way, that eats carrot, we go to where the mines lead, down here. We have a haste beacon here because we wanted to clear this whole area out. This was like a whole pit of tough, good slime, and they always fall in this lava pit for some reason. But yeah, there's like a bunch of tunnels that go this way, that way, a bunch of through here. Yeah, so let me go back. And if you take that staircase that's over there, up, it leads you outside where the mines were entered from. If you remember that. Beautiful, glorious, beautiful, glorious. Now, come back up here. We will go back up because there's nothing really else down here. And we are basically done. Except we have one last thing to go over. Oh, wrong way. Where we have another village that we're working on, but this one was mainly a Spanish with Spanish names. Like right here, we have ourselves Sophia and Ricardo. They have the blast furnace and the grindstone. They live in this little house. Don't know what you're doing. You're lucky I'm making a video. I'd kill you right now. JK! And then we have a cute little couch. They have a little bed up here. Luckily, these guys mostly follow the rules. Now, coming over here, we have this big, big library house. Oh, I gotta go through the front door. Big library house. They're all trading right now, where we have Ruben, Lonnie, Luzalina, Ramona. Oh, and we have Meatball, their pet, Armadillo, where he has a little pit. Meatball's hole. There's one more. Oh, here you are, Arlo. They have little beds up here. This one we found on the internet. Except we did not do we did the inside ourselves. And we also added the staircase here because it kept getting stuck up here. There's also an attic, but that's not really useful yet. They all have their workstations and stuff. And then here's the little back door. We have our llama statue over there. Made a little pond. And our most recent build we're doing is a barn. Like an actual barn-looking barn. Oh, with pumpernickel. One of Jocelyn's cats over here because we used to build, you know, a lot. And do sleepless nights, so then phantoms would spawn and stuff, and then Pumpernickel's there to keep the phantoms away. Yeah, stuff would go in here. We'd have like a little cubby hole back here. It will be nice. And there's another wandering trader. That is everything, then. And right here. And these guys have been here forever. We haven't named them. But they've been here since the very start. This place was not flat, by the way. This used to be a huge hill, and this wasn't here. It used to just be a hole, like these two holes, and then these guys would stand next to those two holes. But no, we changed it. Where did my... Oh, wait, never mind. Let's go back. That was the tour of our world. All the important things. Obviously, there are like caves and stuff around that we dug into. The village over there, but there's no one in that village except for Dr. Pepper, who we already brought over. If I'm missing anything, I will go back in and include it. But I believe that that is everything in this world. Oh, yeah. Here's where 00 is. Bye-bye.